Hello everyone and welcome to a book talk for The Day After the Party by Nicole Trope. This is a standalone adult thriller mystery. It was published in 2023. This is set in Sydney, Australia. Now, my edition was a library book and it was 230 pages. I gave this one 4 stars. I had a great time with this one. I will start to collect books by Nicole Trope. I did buy one book, not this one, but there is one book by this author that I did purchase. So I look forward to picking that up at some point. So for this one, we are following 2 perspectives. We have Caitlin and Leah. They are best friends. We open up with them as children, like kindergarten, first grade age. And then there's like flashbacks to them. So it's one that's like current time and then flashbacks to when they were children and then teenagers and growing up. So the time that's the current times in this, Caitlin is 36 and she has a 3-year-old daughter, and they are the same age. So Leah would be about 36 as well. Maybe a couple months apart, if that. And when I read this book, there was an audiobook available. It was narrated by Taryn Ryan. It was 8 hours and 39 minutes on standard one-time speed. This book is told in third person. And this one, the modern times we are following is that there was a birthday party for Caitlin. Something has happened where she starts to repeat certain phrases, and basically people are realizing something's not quite right mentally. She's taken to the hospital, she ends up in a coma, and then she wakes up and she can't remember the events. She can remember prior to the party, but she can't remember basically the day of the party, and then up until the party ended. That day is blocked out. She wants to remember, and so people are trying to help her remember, but at the same time they're like, do you really want to remember? We're not quite sure what's going on. It could be something traumatic enough that you blocked it out and your body's fighting you on it. And then there are certain people that certain secrets start to get revealed. And as she is starting to figure some stuff out, you're starting to wonder if she can really trust what people are saying, or are they even hiding stuff to protect themselves and maybe try to have a better life now that she can't fully remember what has happened. That is the book. She's just wanting to remember to get her life back, and she's finding out secrets. That's all I want to tell you, especially where this is a mystery or thriller. If I say any more than that, it's going to become spoilers, and enter that. I will say this though. The parts where it starts out as them as a child, content in your trigger warning, you're dealing with child neglect, you're dealing with talk of alcoholism and neglect due to the alcoholism. And then throughout the book, you're having mentions of affair, you have death of a parent, you have depression mentioned, like depression post-birth. There's a certain word, and I know the word, and I'm just blanking on it. You have divorce talked about, IVF is talked about, so in vitro fertilization. So that can be, so there's a lot of talk about that. So that can be, depending on where you are in your life, either representation or content or trigger warning for the divorce and the IVF. And the post-birth depression. I am blanking on the name of it. And I know what it's called, and it's right there. I can kind of see it, but it's like blurry in my mind, and I know what it's called. Anyway, the amnesia that she gets, and I did look this one up, and it's used in the book, and it is an actual real term, is transient global amnesia, also known as TGA, transient global amnesia. And it is a real thing. People do experience that. So that's your content / representation, depending on where you are in your life and what the book is about before I can enter into any spoilers. So the edition that I read, again, was 230 pages, and I'll tell you what the word usage is in case there's one you want absolutely nothing to do with. If it pops up, it's a deal breaker for you to pick up a book. Then you'll know not to. We have the following words. God 19 times, not in religious context. Orgasm 3. This is not a spicy book, although there is I don't want to say spicy as far as like it's a romance spicy, but it does have an explicit scene. So just be aware of that, but it doesn't get graphic like some of the romance books do. So it is more on the mild side, but it is kind of an open door. So orgasm 3 times, bitch 3, whore twice, shit 3 times, screw 5, the word God 1 time used in religious context, hell 9, breasts once, bloody once. So bloody would be like, in America we don't, I mean some people kind of use it, but it's more, when I see the word and how it was used in the book, would be more like in, I guess, in Australia and in like Europe, where the bloody is slang that is used for like the F-bomb. So, which does not come up in this book. I don't remember the F-bomb coming up at all. Anyway, continuing on, we have the phrase goddamn 1 time, godsend once, and bastard 6 times. So that's the word usage. And now let's go ahead and read I didn't write who the publisher was. I'm trying to do that now. In fact, let me see. The Day After the Party. Let me go to book details. Publisher, book auteur. Okay, that is for the Kindle. The paperback that I read, according to what I have marked here on Goodreads, was published by Grand Central Publishing. Okay. Now, let's read the about the author. So, the author was Nicole Trope, or is Nicole Trope. And it says, Nicole Trope went to university to study law, but realized the error of her ways when she did very badly on her first law essay because, as her professor pointed out, it's not meant to be a story. She studied teaching instead and used her holidays to work on her writing career and complete a master's degree in children's literature. After the birth of her first child, she stayed home full-time to write and raise children, renovate houses, and build a business with her husband. The idea for her first published novel, The Boy Under the Table, was so scary that it took a year for her to find the courage to write the emotional story. She is now published by Book Auteur and is an Amazon Top 100 bestseller in the USA, UK, AUS, I'm guessing that's Australia, and CAN, which I'm guessing is Canada. She lives in Sydney with her husband and 3 children. And that is The Day After the Party. Let me know if you've read that or if you've read any other books by the author Nicole Trope. Knowing what is in this, if you've been interested in reading this, now knowing what is in this, does this give you the green light to pick up the book, or for you to say, you know what, it's not going to be for me, knowing the word usages and the content warnings? Is this one that you need to give a pass on? There's never any shame on that. Definitely let me know your thoughts. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.